All right, here we go. So the very first thing we're going to look at today is a continuation on of what we did last class. And so this example talks about two angles that are complementary. The measure of the larger angle is twice the measure of the smaller angle. What is the measure of both angles? And so they kind of give you like a cheat sheet right here to help you. And that is what's written over here on the left. So I personally, when it says complementary angles, I like to draw an example of what complementary angles would look like. Obviously, my drawing is not perfect, but this is what complementary angles would look like, okay? So when we talk about that, we need to go ahead and fill it in. So it says the measure of the larger angle is twice the measure of the smaller angle. We can let the smaller angle be x, and since the bigger angle is twice the size of it, you hit 2x, okay? Because 2 times x gives you something that's twice the size of x. Well, we know already because up here it says that these are complementary. So we know that these are going to equal 90. So if we take x plus 2x, we get 90. Okay. So then you get 3x equals 90. And we can get x by itself by dividing everything by 3. So you find x equals 30. We can actually take this a step further and actually solve for what each specific angle is. So we know that x is 30. Therefore, this angle right here, we can just eliminate that and call this 30. Oh, hang on, I was trying to play the video. And call this 30. And then this one's 2x, so we can go ahead and eliminate that. 2 times 30 gives us 60. Well, if you look, let me change my pen color. If you look, this angle right here and this angle right here, 30 plus 60 equals 90. Therefore, we know, circling back to the fact that they're complementary, we know that we did this operation correctly. So this is a little more imaginative and you kind of have to come up with another step. So I'm actually going to go ahead and have her explain it as well. She explains it very similar to me, but I think sometimes hearing it twice from 2 different people is helpful.
Two angles are complementary. The measure of the larger angle is twice the measure of the smaller angle. What is the measure of both angles? All right, so if we draw a little figure here, we have two angles, more like that. All right, this angle here is x. This angle here is 2x. So what are their measurements? Well, we know that x plus 2x equals the right angle of 90 degrees. So therefore, 3x equals 90 degrees, x equals 30 degrees. So this angle here is 30 degrees, and this angle here is 60 degrees because it's 2x.
And so you can do these with all different kinds of angles. It's just a way of setting them up. Oh, I don't know why it took me back to the beginning. So let me go ahead and erase this, and then I'm going to show you how to do one of them on your knowledge check, and there's only 2 questions on this knowledge check. So basically it's kind of like a freebie because I'm doing one for you. So if you have the answer, the worst you could do would technically be a 2. So an angle is 34 degrees more than its complement. Well, we know that an easy way to look at this is to draw what complementary angles would look like, which we've now done. So we've got complementary angles, that is drawn. And it's 34 more. Well, more means addition. So we don't know what this original angle is. So we're going to call that one x. And something that's 34 more than it, you would take your original angle and then you would add 34 because it's 34 more. So we can set up our equation to solve by saying x plus 34 equals, and then we know that these are complementary, so we know together they equal 90. Okay? You combine your like terms, 1x and 1x gives you 2x, plus 34 equals 90. Okay? So what I'm going to have you do right now, and I'm going to give you 10 minutes, which is way more than enough time because I've pretty much just done one for you. I'm going to give you 10 minutes to do, it's called special angles 42 and 43. It's literally 2 questions. So special angles 42 and 43 is what I'm going to have you do in a breakout room. Okay, it's like literally just 2 angles. So give me 1 second and I will stick you all in your breakout rooms. All right, you are headed to your breakout rooms. So you're doing special angles 42, 43. Hey guys, you should be in your breakout rooms. So you should be in your breakout room. Jennifer, why are you not in your breakout room? Jennifer, respond to me or respond in the chat or I'm counting you absent. Jennifer.
Give me a thumbs up when you have that open, and as soon as I get everybody with a thumbs up, we will get going on it.
So we're missing Jennifer and she's completely non-responsive.
Okay, I'll make a note of it. Thank you.
Yeah, can you send that email too?
Uh-huh.
Awesome, thank you. All right, good luck, peeps. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put you in a waiting room since you're not listening to me. Hello, what's up?
Oh, they said I can go back. They I can come back.
They told you to come back. Who did?
I mean, I finished the thing.
Okay, I'll stick you in a waiting room for the next 4 minutes. So you got 4 minutes, all right?
Oh, okay, my bad.
No, you're good. Don't worry about it.
34 equals 90, and then 2x plus 34 equals 90. And then in the thing, in the picture, she said x and then x plus 34. That's it.
Okay.
Miss Everly,
Yes.
go ahead.
What's going on?
Confusion about the first question.
I did the first question for you, so.
Right, and that's where they're confused. And I'm not catching exactly what part they're confused on. Anna, can you explain that again, like you were trying to explain to me?
I think it was me.
I don't know who me is.
Oh, Kimberly.
Oh, okay, Kimberly, yes, please.
It's because in the first one, I'm like I'm getting it, but I can't find the answer because when she solved it, she was like x plus x equals 30. No, x plus x plus 34 equals 90, and then in the bottom she was like 2x plus 34 equals 90, and then in the picture in one little side she was like x, and then in the other side she was like x plus 34, but I don't see the answer.
Well, you need to finish solving it. So you need to do 2x plus 34 equals 90 to find the answer.
Yeah, that's what I told her, and she said that she did that you solved it already. That's why I'm confused.
Well, I set the whole equation up. I didn't give you the actual answer.
Yeah, that's okay.
So you just have to finish it.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I'll give you about 3 or 4 more minutes. How much more time do you think you need? 4 more minutes?
That's probably fine.
Okay, sounds good. All right, I'll go ahead and send everybody back. All right, everybody's got about 30 seconds in order for them to get back, and then we'll get started again. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna go over this and then we're gonna talk about supplementary angles because everything we've done so far has been complementary, but supplementary angles are essentially solved the same way. Let me turn my camera on for you. All right, here we go. So this is the one that I had already solved for you. I set up the equation. All you had to do was find the actual specific answer. We're gonna go ahead and have her finish it out for us.
An angle is 34 degrees more than its complement. What is the measure of the angle? All right, so if we draw our right angle here, and we have two angles, this angle and this angle. Say we label this angle x, therefore this one would be x plus 34 degrees, because one of the angles is 34 degrees more than the complement. So we know that 90 degrees, which is the right angle, equals x plus 34 degrees. So like that. Now, if we solve for x, that gives us 90 degrees equals 2x plus 34 degrees. And so we move that over there, we get 2x equals 56 degrees, x equals 28 degrees. So this angle here is 28 degrees, and this one would be 28 plus 34. So that would be 62 degrees. So the x, though, an angle is 34 degrees more than its complement, so this is the angle we're looking for here. So the answer is 62 degrees.
Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the next one as well. Let me erase this though, so it's good to go for my next class. Maybe it'll erase eventually. Okay, cool. 43, an angle is 14 less than its complement. What is the angle's measure? So this is the same thing, but less means you're taking something away. Therefore, you're looking more at a subtraction equation. So we can go ahead and draw what complementary angles would look like. And it's 14 less. Well, we know what complement means 90, so we know whatever we do is going to equal 90. And we know that it's 14 less. So our original angle we're going to call x, and then our other angle we're going to call x minus 14 because we're taking 14 away from it. Therefore, when we set up this equation, we would have an equation that looks like this. So you'd combine your like terms and go from there, okay? I don't know why she doesn't want to play. Oh, here she goes. So I'll have her finish it out for you.
An angle is 14 degrees less than its complement. What is the angle's measure? All right, so let's draw our right angle. We have a line here. Now we're trying to find the angle of the measurement of the smaller angle. We will name the smaller angle x. The larger angle will be x plus 14 because we see an angle is 14 degrees less than its complement. But if we want to solve for this angle, we're going to name this x. We're going to name the complement, which is bigger, x plus 14. Therefore, we have 90 degrees equals x plus 14 degrees. Solving for x, we have 90 degrees equals 2x plus 14. 2x equals 76. Therefore, x equals 38 degrees. This angle here is 38 degrees. The answer is B.
All right, so now, oh, sorry, I keep forgetting to erase things. I don't know why. So now we're gonna go ahead and get started on the supplementary angles part of this lesson. And it's essentially the same as the complementary, but supplementary and complementary mean two different things. So if you remember, complementary angles mean 90, and supplementary angles, which we're about to learn about, means 180. So the definition of supplementary angles are two angles whose measures add up to 180. Supplementary angles may be adjacent, but they don't need to be. One angle is said to be the supplement of the other. So if we look on the left-hand side, do you notice how those two angles are touching each other? They're smushed together. Those are adjacent and supplementary angles. These are all your vocabulary words, okay? Oh, whoa, weird. Okay, on this other picture in the blue, the angles are not touching, therefore they're not adjacent. They're still supplementary because if you take 155 and add it to 25, it equals 180. But over here in the green, they're adjacent and they're supplementary. So something we're about to add onto this is anytime you have adjacent and supplementary angles, they're automatically a linear pair, because if two things that add up to 180 are touching each other, it's going to have to be on a straight line. And a straight line means that it is linear, like a line. Okay? So supplementary angles, they can be adjacent, but they don't have to be. Anytime you have adjacent supplementary angles, they are automatically a linear pair. So talking about linear pairs, they kind of talk about this in proof form. I'm actually going to have her read you this whole thing, and then I'm going to go back through and highlight important details just so you get touched with it twice.
Supplementary angles are two angles whose measures add to 180 degrees. Supplementary angles may be adjacent angles, but don't need to be. One angle is said to be the supplement of the other. So here we have adjacent supplementary angles, aka a linear pair. And here we have the same exact angles, but they're non-adjacent. They're still supplementary. A linear pair is two adjacent angles whose exterior sides form opposite rays. Theorem. If angle ABC is a straight angle and D is a point not on the line ABC, then the linear pair angle ABD and angle DBC are supplementary. Proof. We know that the measure of angle ABD plus the measure of angle DBC equals 180 degrees by the angle addition postulate. In turn, we know that the angle ABD and angle DBC are supplementary by the definition of supplementary angles. Complementary versus supplementary angles. Here are two ideas to help you remember the difference between complementary and supplementary angles. The first idea is the order. C comes before S in the alphabet, and 90 comes before 180 on a number line. So match the order. Complementary angles add to 90 degrees, and supplementary angles add to 180 degrees. The second idea is visual. Write C and S. Draw a segment through the letters' endpoints to form the number associated with each. Here, the segment added to the C forms a 9 for 90. So if we have C, we just have to draw a line like this, and you now have a 9, which stands for the 9 in 90 degrees. Over here, we have S, and then we can draw a line like that, connecting the endpoints, and this creates an 8, which stands for 180 degrees.
All right, perfect. So let me go back through and touch on important things that have to do with that. So we already talked about how adjacent angles that are supplementary form a linear pair, and essentially that's what this slide is about. It is showing you that if you have, oh, there goes my pen flying, 1 second. It's showing you that if you have an angle such as DBA, which is right here, and you have an angle such as DBC, right here, you can add those together and they're gonna equal 180. We automatically know that they would equal 180 because they're on this straight line. And anytime you see something on a straight line, it tells you that it's a linear pair. It's on a line and it's two angles, okay? So when we continue on looking at this, we have complementary versus supplementary angles. I kind of talked about a way to remember this. Maybe I didn't tell your class. I have a really wonderful joke. You're gonna love it, Miss Bailey. So you give a girl a compliment if she's looking right. Oh, so complementary angles are right angles. Okay, you give a girl a compliment if she's looking right. That's how I remember this. These are also other ways to remember it, the way of the alphabet, or you can extend it by drawing it. Either one is an acceptable way to remember this. So we have another knowledge check right now, but I kind of want to touch base on what it looks like. It's the exact same format that the complementary angle one was, but this time things are going to equal 180. So it says, what is the measure of the supplement of an angle whose measure is 72 degrees? Well, all you're going to do is take 180 and subtract 72 because that's what's left over. That's its supplement. So we have several questions like that. This one's like that. This one, we did one just like this with complementary. Anytime you see the word supplement and it wants to know what the supplement of the angle is, you just take 180 and subtract the number, or in this case, the letter that it gives you. And we did one just like this with complementary. So it's the exact same setup. This one on 48 is the same as what you did today. So you're going to have to add an X into this equation and draw them out. 49 is the same as what we just went over. And this one asks you about a complement. So it's kind of throwing back in one that is older. Complement means 90. Okay. So this one is called, I believe, complementary supplementary. And it is questions 44 to, I think it said 50. So complementary supplementary 44 to 50. And I will give you about 15 minutes. I'll give you 15 minutes for this, okay? So it's the last knowledge check for this week. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick you all in the same breakout rooms. Here you go. All right, so everyone in this room should be in a breakout room. And if you're not, I'm again assuming you're not paying attention. Are you finished, Robert?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Everybody else has like a minute 50 left, so just hang out.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and call you all back in so we can finish this out. It'll take about a minute to get everybody back in here. All right, so we will begin in 30 seconds. All right, here we go. So essentially same type of knowledge check. This time we're just going over supplementary angles. Let me get my camera turned back on for you. And we will begin. All right, here we go. Oh, that's the timer to start going. Oh my God.
What is the measure of the supplement of an angle whose measure is 72 degrees? All right, so say we have like this. Here we know that this is 72 degrees. So what is this? Well, we know that 180 degrees equals x plus 72 degrees. So we just solve for x. X equals 180 minus 72. X equals 108. So this is 108 degrees. A.
Okay, so essentially the same thing I went over previously. This one is going to be very similar as well.
What is the measure of the supplement of an angle whose measure is 28 degrees? All right, well, we're looking for the supplement. So 180 minus 28 gives us 152 degrees. B.
Okay. And this one is a little bit different format, but the exact same concept.
What is the measure of the supplement of an angle whose measure is x degrees? All right, so if we have a straight angle here and a ray like that, and this is x, then what is this? Well, this is 180 minus x, because we know that this angle plus this angle equals 180. So if we know that this is x, all we have to do is subtract it from 180, which is the full angle here. So the answer is A.
All right, so this one adds another element. You had to determine what the other angle was and then take 180 out of it. We did one exactly like this with complementary angles.
What is the measure of the supplement of an angle whose measure is 2x minus 30 degrees? All right, so we have our straight angle, our ray. This angle here we'll say is 2x minus 30. So this here is going to be 180 minus 2x minus 30. So 180 minus 2x minus 30 is 180 minus 2x plus 30, and that is 210 minus 2x degrees. So that is C.
Okay. This is exactly like the knowledge check that we did earlier from today.
The measure of an angle is 98 degrees more than its supplement. What is the measure of the angle? All right, so we have a straight angle here, just a line. We have a ray. Now, the measure of an angle is 98 degrees more. So this one is the larger angle. So this is going to be x. And this one here is the smaller angle. And so that is going to be x minus 98. So what we're doing is we're going to add these together and set them equal to 180. So 180 equals x plus x minus 98. So that becomes 2x over here and 278 over there. Divide both sides by 2 and we get x equals 139 degrees. So this angle is 139 degrees. B.
All right, we got another one like that. We should be able to finish this up before class is over.
The measure of an angle is 74 degrees less than its supplement. What is the measure of the angle? All right, so we have our line, our ray. The angle we are given is the smaller one. So this angle is 74 degrees less than the other one. So if this is x, then that means that this one will be x plus 74, since it's 74 degrees more than this angle. So if we add those together and set them equal to 180, we get x plus 74 plus x, this x. All right, so that's 180 equals 2x plus 74. 2x equals 106, and x equals 53 degrees. So we have 53 degrees here. A.
All right, last one. As soon as this is done playing, you are free to go.
The measure of the supplement of an angle is 3 times the measure of its complement. What is the measure of the angle? All right, so we have our line and we have our angle. Here it is. All right, so the supplement would be the angle from here to here. And we know that that equals 180 minus x. Okay, let's put x here. This is what we're solving for, x. The supplement of this angle is this angle here. That's 180 minus x. Now, the complement is here. So it's this angle here, because remember, the complement of this angle is going to add up to 90. So here we have 90 minus x. That's the equation for the complement, and 180 minus x is the equation for the supplement. So what do we know? The measure of the supplement is 3 times the measure of the complement. So the supplement, which is 180 minus x, equals 3 times the measure of the complement, which is 90 minus x. So let's just solve this for x. We have 180 minus x equals 270 minus 3x. Bring that over there, 2x. Subtract that, we get 90 over here. Divide both sides by 2, and x equals 45 degrees. C.
All right, you are free to go. See you, kiddos.